Learning to set boundaries and time management habits within my life as an entrepreneur was a hard lesson to learn, but one of the most effective things. So, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you are most likely just responsible for everything in your business, especially if you are first starting out. You have, the sales process, the marketing process, the operations process, all of the things. Plus, if you're a real person with a real life, you might have a spouse and kids and friends and church and community and all of the things. And within entrepreneurship and owning a business, it can be very hard to compartmentalize things, set boundaries down, say no, so that you are protecting your time in an efficient way, so that you are honoring the gifts that you have and able to deliver on things in a productive, efficient way. So, here are just some of the few tips that I have learned. I used to just say yes to everything, every client, every meeting, every phone call. I didn't think about the value of my time and my capacity for what I could accomplish or how I worked best. What I have learned is that if I can set aside uninterrupted time to work, I can get so much more done than trying to get little bits done here and little bits done here and little bits done here. So, in a very practical way, how I schedule my time during the week is I set aside days for meetings. So these are days where most of my days just back-to-back meetings, because that is an important part of my job. And so that way my whole focus for that day is in listening and engaging with people and taking notes from those meetings so that I don't forget what I need to do later. But then I also set aside days, and if I can't get a full day, I need at least a half a day where there are no meetings, there are no phone calls, there are no running to the store or picking my kids up from school. It is just uninterrupted, solid, productive time where I have at a minimum 2 hours. I mean, really, like if I can get 2 hours of uninterrupted time, that is like I can do a lot with 2 hours. 4 hours is ideal, and a whole day is even better, but sometimes that's harder to fit into the schedule. So, creating time and even blocking it off on my calendar as like Amy work time. So, this is my time that I am getting caught up on the things I need to do from all the meetings I was in. But if I don't do that, if I allow myself, like, oh, I have a couple meetings here and a couple meetings here, and I have 30 minutes of work time here and 30 minutes of work time there, I'm not taking advantage of my ability to really focus and be in that flow zone in order to really just generate good quality work. Recognizing that, okay, when I have uninterrupted time to focus, I can get way more done at a way higher quality than if I have 30 minutes here or an hour there. And then I'm thinking in the back of my mind, oh, well, I have this meeting in a little bit, and I just don't quite have enough time to really get in the zone. Like there's something so amazing about being in the zone and having that time for flow. But I have to set those boundaries. I have to, in my head, say, this is work time, these are meeting times. So even though I have a 4 hour block on my calendar on a Thursday morning and someone's like, hey, can we schedule a meeting? In my head, sometimes there's that little bit of a argument of, well, you have 4 hours on Thursday. But it's like, no, you have to have that time to get the things done that you need to get done, that you said you would get done, to the level that you expect to get it done. And you need to create that environment to do that. So then I would say, no, I'm sorry, can't meet until the following week. And no one will ever push back on you on that. I mean, there is like, you have to be the advocate for your own time and your own productivity in setting those boundaries with people and for meetings and for clients and for coworkers as well. So also being in an environment where you can protect that time and you can be uninterrupted. So if you are in a space where people can just pop their head in and your door is open, but you're trying to focus, that is not setting you up for success. So you really do need to, whether it's at home or you're in your office and you have a sign on your door that says, do not disturb unless there's an emergency, or just communicating with your team like, hey, this is very important that I have this uninterrupted time, because if I have 2 hours without interruptions, then I can come out and be fully present for you. I can be fully present to answer your questions and to help in any way that I can, without always having this like nagging thing in the back of my mind of like, oh, I have these 5 other things I need to get done, but I'm not able to get done because I'm trying to do everything at once and then nothing is getting done well. So figure out how you work best in the time blocks that you work best, in the environment that you work best, and build those boundaries, build that framework into your schedule, and you will be more productive. You will have less stress. You will be a better leader, and you will be able to provide a better experience for everybody, for you, for your clients, for your team, if you're able to really set those boundaries down.